Hello all, in this video we are going to view the data that has been stored in the PostgreSQL database by installing it. In the previous video we have used PostgreSQL add-on to the Heroku website, but now we are going to install PostgreSQL in order to view that. Okay, so for that we will go ahead and install this one. So we would be using for Windows PostgreSQL distribution and download the installer. Windows 64, you could go for the latest version. It's installing. Okay, click on the exe file. It's taking time. Next, 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 next. So you could set up your own password actually. Retype the password. Next. Yeah, the port should be in fine. Default locale. Next. Next. It would install. It will take a moment to get installed. Maybe I would pause and we'll come back later. Okay, so now we are almost done with installing, and this is the final screen that you could see. And please uncheck this one and then click finish. Okay, so we are done with the first step, and we need to get the database credentials from the Heroku website. Okay, so go to Heroku website. Okay, so when you go to Heroku website, I already logged in. You would be able to see all the projects that you have done here. So basically, I have two things. One is COVID docs, other one is COVID learning. COVID docs is for my practice before I actually trying to do this for you. So in COVID learning, so for now we have to look the database of COVID learning project, right? So this is kind of a dashboard that you would be able to see overview of the project, who are the collaborators and how much I'm paying and all that stuff, any add-ons. Remember in the last video we have done add-ons here, which is PostgreSQL add-on, and you could see the activity as well. Under the resources, you would be able to see the add-ons, how many add-ons that we have. Definitely we had PostgreSQL and we are using PostgreSQL databases, and it's for free, and if you want you could delete this add-on or whatever the view all these things. Okay, and now I have to click on Heroku PostgreSQL so that I would be able to see whatever the credentials that I would like to see here. Okay, so it's still available, and utilization. This would be, that means maximum of 20 people can use my URL online using this PostgreSQL. I think I have 4 rows out of 10,000 limit, and this is I have 2 tables. You know what are those 2 tables? Dog and trainer. Okay, and you could see the durability. You could see the settings. In the settings, if you want, you could reset the whole database and destroy the database. That's up to you. But I want to view credentials. Okay, so I'm viewing credentials. Here you could see this one here. Okay, so before I copy this, I'm going to open command line prompt. I'm going to open command line prompt here. In this, I'm going to, in the third step, I need to set database URL. Set database URL, and here replace this with URI in the database credentials. So that means under the settings, we have URI. You need to copy paste this. If you notice this, please note that these credentials are not permanent. So that means it will keep on changing time to time. So whenever you want to view the data, you have to go back and copy paste that every time. Or copy that every time basically. And paste it here. Now you would be able to connect or set that database URL to your credentials. Okay. And let's see our next step here. So now we have set our database URL to the whatever the database for that particular time being. And now we have to convert to PSQL, PGSQL, okay? So which is PostgreSQL there. So I'm copy pasting Heroku PG colon PSQL, which is PostgreSQL. This would switch to the, okay, we have an error here. So we have to do 2 things in order to remove that error, okay? First one is look for PostgreSQL, okay? PostgreSQL 12, PG admin 4. Okay, you have to run this. If you're running for the first time, it will ask the password, whatever the password that we have given during the installation. Okay, so make sure you type that password. Since I already have ran it once, it's not asking for me, but for you, it will ask. And the next one is we have to set the environmental variables. Okay, for that, go to your program files, go to your C drive, program files. In the program files, PostgreSQL 12 bin. Okay, so keep it aside, and we have to set the environmental variables, right? So search for environmental variables in your search. You would be able to get this one, system properties. Go to environmental variables. Under system variables, look at the path, double click, and we have to add a new one, okay, for PostgreSQL. So we already got this, the bin folder of PostgreSQL. Copy that and add it to here. Click OK, 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 and then you can close it. So now let's see if this would work or not. Let me close and open one more time, so that it may work. Okay. command line prompt, set database. You can copy this command. Yeah, you have to type, sorry. And then refresh this and try to get the URI of your project. Make sure you copy the whole thing. Okay, so we are done with third step. Now it's a fourth step. So for this, let's copy this one. Okay, if you click enter, it would copy for you. And then open your project. Okay, so docs management system, and open command line prompt there. And using that command line prompt from the workspace, you would be able to do that. And now you use the command in the fourth step. I hope it would work. Okay, so it got connected now. Okay, so now basically you could write your queries how you write in MySQL. Okay, first of all, we need to see the data. So that is what our goal is. What data has been stored in the database, right? So for that, what we need to do is you have to look for what are the available tables here. I have the command on the worksheet here. So basically you could use select star from pgcatalog.pg tables where schema not equal to pgcatalog in quote. Okay, so if you look at here, I have trainer and dog. So this is a table owner. It's not me from the Heroku. And we have the row security and other things here. Okay, so now I want to see how many data records are there in my dog table. Okay, so I have pug, teddy, blue hound, and zippy1. Select star from trainer. So overall I have 4 records. That's what we have seen here, right? We have seen that I have 4 records somewhere. Yes, I have 4 records out of 10,000 limit. So again, we chose to use this. However, organizations, they may have their own databases and they have their own servers. They would be able to see the data. I know this is a little bit long process for you to view the data. Okay, so whether this data is correct or not, let me go and check in the website. Okay, it finally opened for me in see view dogs. I have 2 dogs with a trainer, and for sure I might have 2 trainers. Okay, so that's what I'm seeing the data here. Okay, maybe when you submit this, make sure you show your that you worked on this and show this data as well. Okay, you could have your own data. You don't have to use my data. Okay, so I think that's all with deployment as well as with viewing the data. Okay, thanks for